Oh shit! Fuck! God damn it! Sieke's got to come up here. We got.
I also apologize for taking Siike Donnelly's time.
Yeah. Siike Donnelly, where are you?
Julian.
Ladies and gentlemen, Siike Donnelly. Siike.
All right, Steve. Here, Steve, give Siike your mic. I'm able to gracefully boss people around when they actually work for me. But
Donnelly.
Thank you, Siike. Sorry, I forgot about your life.
So did I.
Why would you groan? Why would you groan? I hate this generation. I hate your generation. You're a terrible people. You make everything worse. You don't understand self-deprecation or dry comedy or irony at all. You're terrible. Seinfeld was right about you. And he's the one who said it wasn't funny when Kramer was on Letterman apologizing. And he was wrong about that. He was right about you. You're bad, unfunny people. Siike? Yeah, thank you.
I like you.
Yeah, nice try. Siike, how are you? Siike, for new listeners, you don't have to go back all the way through. Multiple aneurysm survivor, which is like sounds kind of more positive than multiple aneurysm non-survivor, and yet carries with it this life of uncertainty. And you the last time we saw you, you were finishing up various projects, but you had most importantly made this life decision where you weren't going to keep doing these like medical things. And we check in with you from time to time. And what's going on? You talk instead of me.
All right, Cliff Note version. I'll try not to be too sad, but I left the doctors. I kind of went off on my own. I still see one doctor, time to get checkups. I'm on my 12th aneurysm in my head right now. But for the most part, I'm doing a little bit better.
Do you mean it's happening right now? I mean, I think most of us, I'll speak for myself, like the word aneurysm sounds like explosion, which you mean you're on one? It could
explode. Yeah, so it's in my head, and they put coils in it. And that's to kind of deflate it so that the blood can.
Is that something that's happened since we last talked to you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. So you're going to somebody that's seeing that's still checking and able to see these things. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So to backtrack, because the one thing I want to talk about was a Kickstarter project that you guys all helped me fund, and how important it's been to my progress. But to get there real quickly, back before I started the project, I was kind of told around 2013 when I first was in the hospital in 2010 that some of the procedures I went through, they don't know the long-term effects of them because they were new procedures. So we weren't sure if I would survive past a couple years. And so I think subconsciously I was ready to go at any time. So I did like the book Soulstar, and then we put it online, and we're trying to get out there, try to raise money for the Aneurysm Foundation. The book didn't do well, so then I faced like my first, failure in a way. And then as that kind of fed, it started to where I was waking up like, hey, another day, another day's another gift. And then I guess like most people, as you get older, you get jaded and cynical. And I had to go from being essentially an infant when I had my aneurysm for not talking and not walking and relearning all that. And then in the span of 3 years, get back into a 32-year-old's body. So my life went hyper fast. So once I hit that wall and things were going slow, reality really hit me, and I wasn't really coping with things very well. So I tried to take my own life.
This has happened?
Yeah.
You really made that effort?
Oh, yeah. Not a good effort. I was on a lot of pills at the time, so I just took a bunch of them. And then the shitty part was that obviously it didn't work. And the next day I woke up really sick, and my stomach and chest were hurting, and I didn't have the money to go to the hospital. So I had to just tough out some of the pain. And then after that time is when I started talking to my mom again. And I figured, well, okay, I now I know what the bottom looks like. Let's try to build from that. Let's try to see where I can go. So I started becoming friends with my mom again, which was nice. And then I got to see her last Christmas, for the first time in a while. And now she currently helps me hunt down Star Wars figures from the new movie. So she's at Walmart, like, I'm at Walmart. You want one? And because we're rednecks. And she, so So then what happened was I did this project that I honestly thought no one would care about. And then you guys all funded it in like a day and a half.
I'm sorry, Siike. I need to get this clear. Like, because the timeline of this is, were you just catching us up? Because when you've talked to us in the past, you're like, you had reforged this relationship with your mom. Are you talking about this suicide attempt? This isn't a thing that has happened that's new to listeners of our show.
It's new to listeners of the show.
I'm saying
but
it's
I haven't told it on the show.
Right, but it predates your reconciliation with your mom and stuff like that.
Yes, it was like last February. Yeah, last February.
Sorry, I just wanted to make that clear, just because people like they listen and they hear your story and they want to check. I'm glad. I don't think linearly, so it's like, thank you. Yeah, you're a fucking messy asshole. Get your fucking suicide right. Fucking when did it happen, you piece of shit? You and Schraub just fucking. Sorry. So
now he's good cop.
Now
instead of bad person, it's his usual role.
That's okay, Dan. It's all right.
So this project I wanted to do, I lost a lot of the visual and creative side of my brain. I moved out here to want to be a comic book artist when I first moved out here, and then I lost a good chunk of that. So I started, but I still want to be a storyteller. So I started writing, and I thought, well, what if I did an art book? Like, what would that look like? Someone who doesn't know what an apple looks like unless he's looking at one. What does someone like that create? And then as I was going through it, some of my visual memory started to come back, and then I started remembering like my life. And then on top of the worst part about that was that I could also remember things like dreams, and I couldn't differentiate what was a dream and what actually happened to me, because all the visuals were just coming like tidal wave after tidal wave. And so instead of letting that continue to depress me, what I did was I put it into the book. So this book I created called Elan Vital that you guys all helped fund. Thank you. It started off really small, but then because you guys funded it so quickly and we raised almost double what I intended, I wanted to make it twice as special, and I wanted to make it a love letter to Harmontown and the people that come here. So the book is about a robot who is struggling with emotions, and he, in some point in his life, he started when a scientist gave him a soul, and then he had to struggle with the memories that came with that soul. And then when it ends up happening is he, like all good robots will do, he wiped out humanity. and then, but the thing is, he regrets it. He misses us. And so this book is his digital journal. So there will be a small print run, but mostly it's a digital book. So as you're going through the pages, I do stuff like surrealism, purism. I took some tracks that Dustin Marshall made, and I remixed them and made some music. I also composed a song for it as well. I did a dance for it. I basically tried 50 to 60 different art styles that are out there, cooking, things. And I said, if I can't be a comic book artist, what kind of artist can I be? And so this book was my exploration of that. So through these digital memories, you go through the pages and you can press the purism piece I did, and it'll tell you the history of purism. And then you can manipulate things. There's voice acting on each page that you can press, and there's you can hear the characters talk. And then there's movies that play while you're watching it. The soundtrack plays while you're reading it. So it's very interactive. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do something special, if these guys, everyone sees something special in this, then I want to make it the most unique project. So I'm proud to say that it's probably less than a month from being completed finally. And when it comes out, I'm really looking forward. If you want to see a preview, I put 30 pages on the subreddit, which is about a third of the book. So,
oh, jeez, Siike, that's terrible marketing. That's what NBC did with every scene of Community that I gave them.
The thing is,
dump it online.
I do some marketing for a comic book company, and I do some editing. But the truth is, I'm not a business person. I'm not a salesperson. I just know how to take pieces of myself and share it with people.
Boo! Trump. That sounds awesome. That's fantastic news. Is that I mean, where are you at personally? Like, what is your
So what that has done for me is, when I thought about that I could check out any day, now I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? I have goals and I don't want to check out anymore. I used to just be ready to go at any moment, and now I never had a 5-year plan. I never gave love a chance because I just was like, well, what's the point if I'm just going to go? Now I'm like, no, I'm here. So let's actually try to be, human, and let's try to do some of this stuff, as flawed as I may be.
And you were telling me backstage that you started experimenting with racism. And that's really, yeah. See, you applaud, and then he turns out to be racist.
I'm sorry, New Zealand. I'm sorry.
How amazing would that be? Yeah. I'd be like, and then I started, my dreams became my memories, and then I remembered, oh my God, I hate black people.
Yeah. Actually, I must hate white people because of all the things I've written since Soulstar. Everyone says, "Where are your white characters?" And I think I hate them.
That's the only good kind of white person you can be. That's the only choice I could make. Like, yeah. I have to be racist, so I'm going to assume all white people are racist. That's my racism.
It's called Soulstar.
Oh, that's on Amazon. It's a superhero book.
Okay.
Elan Vital is this book.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that got out there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Elan Vital is called. It's based on a French theory philosopher that he thought you could transfer the human soul into an inanimate object. So the book's very meta. I not only is the robot, does he have a soul transferred into him, but he actually has my soul. So in the book you're reading, he has my memories. So you actually see me go from the hospital to where I am now in the book through his memories, and then also this is me transferring my soul into this book.
So why did he wipe out humanity if he got your soul? There's an anger.
We've established he's a racist. He's just racist against humans.
Is it like?
Yeah. Well, what I've noticed is what you guys were talking about earlier, gun control. Like, I'm on obviously your side with it. I hate anything that takes human life. And I hate that
the number one thing, humans.
Yes, yeah, and I hate that there's even a debate about it. To me, that's insanity, and I know why. Obviously, I know money's involved and everything, and people in power. But so I thought, what would I do? How would I save the world? And so Elan, he doesn't want to kill anyone. I would never want to kill anyone. So he releases an airborne virus that renders everyone sterile. And so this generation of humanity is the last generation.
Ah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
Except now what you've done is you've forced natural selection to leave only people who can afford Teslas to breed.
Well, actually, he before I actually mentioned that in the book, he shuts down the power to all the Teslas. And open all those chambers.
Guy's smart.
Yeah. He all those chambers that air seal you in, he shuts them all down before he does it.
Yeah, because
clever robot.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that idea. Making everyone stare. Yeah, I mean that'd be nice.
So hot.
You know what would be sad?
So hot.
Is if you could render them not only sterile but also kind of sexless, so that they could. This would be tragic, but also beautiful. That they could spend their last generation of humanity could actually give you some hope for humanity, because everybody would be like, well, I don't have all these, because don't you think hormones are everything?
Well, what he does is there is I don't want to spoil the ending, but I definitely touch on things like that towards the end of the story.
I'm just trying to because around my 42nd birthday, I was like, I don't really want to jerk off anymore. And then I see those commercials where the guy catches a football and goes like, hey, I'm Coach Johnson. My dick stopped working, but my pharmacist said I could get dicula. And then he throws the football really hard, and you watch it go into a pussy.
Always goes in. Yeah.
Why would they put a pussy and use a football? It's not even clever. And he's like, get your football back in a pussy with dicula. Like Dicula, that doesn't sound like a pill. Sounds like Dracula.
It does.
Coach Johnson.
Coach Johnson. It's a terrible commercial, but the point is the same. I'm like, I don't want. I saw the commercial and I'm like, I don't. Yeah, but these are the best days of my life.
Yeah.
I'm like friends with women.
These are the salad days.
Like I feel like I'm a better person since I became kind of like more like a fucking. Yeah, I don't call you anymore because you know why?
Dick doesn't work. What the fuck are you? What are you saying? Yeah. My dick doesn't work, so I don't return Schraub's text. He invites me over.
Well, wait, what do you have to say about all this?
I don't want you to come over now. Weird. Seriously.
Since I'm 43 now, and I've spent the last year trying to throw a football at a tire swing, and I cannot do it. And it's because I would rather be having sex.
Yeah. Well, good for you. Must be nice. I like
terrific.
Minecraft.
I play Minecraft too.
Yeah.
And you still fuck women? God damn it. Well, then life just isn't fair.
It's not.
Some of us, you get to be on we're the same age. When I was a kid, you were the kid on Star Trek.
I was.
Now we're both the same age, and you're the guy who plays games for a living and fucks while he's playing Minecraft.
Not while I'm playing Minecraft. I really need. I really need to be focused because I got a whole set of diamond armor that I don't want to lose because I got fucking knocked in me. You know, yeah. I mean, I've worked a long time on my crafting table, if you catch my drift. And I just want to.
And the Minecraft's important too.
Yeah.
And she's good. Okay. All right. Well, let's give Siike our two-handed hug.